Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He is back in the building. It is Thursday, the best day of the week. Y'all know what it is. It's Big Dayton University back at you. Man, listen. Tonight is a very, very special night here at Dayton University. It's first Thursday of the month, and my wonderful co-host is out. She is busy with her sorority duties. So first of the month here at Dayton University, it's going to be me and whomever. So if you want to be a guest host on Dayton University, you know what to do. Go ahead, hop up in them comments, man. Hop up in the DMs and let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. I got you. It's no problem. But once again, welcome to Dayton University. I am your co-host, Professor Charles, along with my guy.
Your favorite guest co-host.
Yes, indeed. And here at Dayton University, we discuss the good,
the bad,
and the ugly
of all things
dating in relationships. I got you, bro. I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, your favorite guest host is back in the building. Dr. Anthony Reverend Jr. Johnston.
What's going on, everybody? Hope all is well. This is going to be an interesting conversation. Like I stated in my post, we don't know how it's going to go, but it's going to go good.
It's going to go good because how we do at Dayton University, we make stuff happen. Thank you all for tuning in. Hey, Didi. What's up, Raj? What's up, Tamal? We love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. We really, 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 really appreciate it. Yeah, you see the mic situation. You know what I mean? The mic situation that Anthony got right now is fire. It's putting my little setup to shame, but it's okay because we got some words for y'all.
Hey, listen, don't worry about it, man. Listen. I got one for you too.
My guy.
I got one for you too, man. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate it. Listen, this show is brought to you by no other than Dayton University. Please go support us any way you can. We got mugs, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got a whole bunch of tumblers. We got everything, man.
That's what's up.
Go ahead, hit the link somewhere where it's on all of our socials. Hit the link, takes you right to the merch store. Enjoy. I might do a sale next week, so keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your notifications on for that. All right, now we got rid of that noise. Good. What we talking about tonight, brother?
Whatever you want to talk about, man. It's up to you.
Bet. And I was gonna do a little hodgepodge situation where we just free flow talking, but came home and the wife gave me a little word.
Nice. It's always good to get a word from the wife, right?
Oh wait, man, listen, let me tell you, it's always good. She watched something on YouTube and it just clicked, and I was like, yo, that's a perfect conversation to have, especially with having you on the show specifically for the announcement that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
And it was about having the right conversations.
Yeah.
Before you get into a relationship and or marriage.
Yeah.
And it hits so hard that, some people just really get into these relationships and marriages without really diving into the person, without really knowing who they are.
Yeah, most people are concerned about what they are and not the who. The tough conversations is needed. And most people put on their best self in the beginning of any relationship, and it just pushes
Uh-oh, I'm losing your audio just a tad bit.
Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. What I was saying was, it's not. I forgot what I said, man.
I know. It's something happens, especially with a live show, bro.
It's all good.
Anything comes around, it just like it throws your train of thought off.
Yeah. But pretty much what it is that people fall. They want to know who, not the what you are, but not the who you are.
Yeah.
And again, you give your best self in the beginning of every relationship. So you think that you're getting this person until, you get the representative in the beginning. And that's when the open conversations begin and the tough conversations and the real conversations come about. A lot of times you put yourself in situations where you think the representative is truly the person. It's just a piece of the person that is, coming to the table at the moment. I always said, you never really know a person until you truly live with them. You learn the bad habits, the good habits, and then you go into a space of like, did I make the right choice of even moving in with this person? So the tough conversations is definitely needed. The real conversations is definitely needed, especially prior to moving in. We're biblical, we're Christians and we're religious people. But again, it's a new day and age, and we'll speak on that later. But we still need to figure out how it is with this person to spend the rest of my life with.
I agree with you. It's like you said, man. That potential is intoxicating.
Yeah.
We have these, these notions. When you start dating someone. And it's all endorphins, it's all serotonin, dopamine. The hits is just just going off, and you lose sight of the not so great parts of a person, and also you lose sight of the not so great parts of yourself. And I think that's another important part. When it comes to it, like having a conversation with yourself, like, am I ready? Am I this person that I think that I am?
Yeah, I can speak on that and be transparent with that because when I got married, I immediately thought that I no longer was Anthony, I was Aria's husband. Right.
Ooh. All right. Expound on that, man.
So what happens is that you get consumed with being the husband and not being yourself, not thinking that she didn't fall in love with you being her husband. She fell in love with you being Anthony. And my goal was just to be the best husband I can be and stop, because Anthony has lived. Not saying that Anthony has died. I looked at it now. I look back at it and look at it from the aspect of Anthony died June 15th, 2018. I'm now Anthony the husband. And it then put me in this perspective of trying to meet a non-expectation that she didn't even set. Like it was an expectation in my head of trying to meet that. And it wasn't even an expectation of her. She just needed me to be myself and continue to grow in the person that I am. She didn't fall in love with Anthony, the husband. She fell in love with Anthony. So if I continue to be Anthony, but again, that goes back to the initial part, those real conversations, that conversation was never had. Where I set this whole fantasy world in my head thinking, yeah, she wants this, she wants that, she wants this, she wants that as a husband, and not even had that conversation with her. So 5 years later, we're now in a space where those real conversations are being made or being had. Those tough conversations are being had. Living, living that day-to-day life with her and walking that path together has now made it easier because we are having real and tough conversations.
Mm. Man, you said a whole lot right there. Because, as a very, very new husband,
Yeah.
I had those same thoughts.
Yeah.
Like those very same thoughts. I was like, oh man, I have to be the antithesis of every bad thing that happened to my wife prior to me coming into her world.
Yeah.
And and like you said, you set these lofty goals, these lofty expectations of yourself that that you didn't even have the conversation with your wife about.
Right.
Because your thought was, I gotta be the best husband because I don't want to see her in the same space or put me in the same box as everybody else that came before me.
Yeah.
And it makes it, it's a lot of undue pressure that we put on ourselves, but it's still something that we have to be striving for.
Right.
Because we want to be good husbands. We want to be
right. And I think what it is that we try to separate the two. Us being a husband and us being ourselves. We're one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being a Christian. I'm still Anthony. I'm just a Christian.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, being a Christian doesn't change Anthony. It enhances who I am. It's just another part of me that makes me Anthony.
Yeah.
Like if I was to run down
being a diamond.
Yeah.
You look at a diamond and it's a whole diamond, but the more you turn it, you see different parts of it.
Different parts.
The facets.
Right. Like if I was to run down the titles that I hold, just being like I'm a child of God. You feel me? Like I'm a husband, I'm a stepfather, soon to be father, once was a club owner, I'm a musician, I'm a photographer, I'm a stylist, but I'm still Anthony. Those are just different categories that Anthony had, or skills that Anthony have acquired over the years. Over the years I've been on this long earth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And man, just keeping it one and the same is a duality that we always. I speak a lot about duality of men of being a man on this show.
Yeah.
Because the consensus is that all men are blank, and we are not a monolith. Like, we all have these different things that make us who we are. Yes.
Right, I gotta break out my dictionary for you, sir.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I went too big. All right.
No, you good, man. Y'all are monoliths. Go ahead, man. My bad.
Oh my God! You made me spill my drink.
My bad.
It's all good. But yeah, it's we try to strike this balance of making sure that we're there as husbands and fathers, and still at the same time try to find a balance within us.
Yeah.
Like, we're constantly changing, we're evolving, and we have goals. We want to move our family forward. We want to make sure everybody is good, what I'm saying? But we also don't want to get lazy. We also need space to chill, but we also need, what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a huge duality that we struggle with. And I feel that the more we speak on this from this perspective, like it makes it less of a it makes it less of a stigma.
Yeah. I think what happens is that we just we get, again, it becomes a time where we really need to figure, like you said, find the balance of it. But it only works, and it's not us trying to be selfish, but we have to put time into self to make ourselves available to our spouse, to our families, even to your parents. At the age that we are, even with me being with my being with my wife, and I live on a complete different side of the world from my mom. I still try my best to get to her or talk to her at least once a day, because I don't want her to think that now that I'm married, I no longer, need her. She's not number one in my life anymore.
Right.
You feel me? And she understands that. Well, she's still mom, but my mom, so that's a whole nother story. But she understands that my wife comes first.
Absolutely.
And to balance that, you feel me? Like, to have someone new, even in your case, you have now someone new in your life that not replaced your mom, but she took the title. Like, she now is number one.
Yeah.
And to balance
the cleaving and the weaving,
the cleaving and the leaving, cleaving and weaving.
Yeah.
So so you look at those situations, even with having a child, you still have to try to find balance in that. You have to find balance in everything. And like you said, all those different things that you got going on, work, your day to day, you still have to find time for self. And in order for any of that to work, or for the glue to actually bond together, you have to figure yourself out, and you have to find peace within self before you provide anything out to anyone else.
Man, heck yeah, because you cannot love nobody if you don't love yourself. Like, where's the, and we need that. Like, we as men need to understand that loving ourselves is important. And it's not being the selfish, the dark side, that how people look at loving oneself, not the narcissistic. I know that's such a buzzword these days, but you know what I'm saying? It's whatever, but it's actually, when you love yourself, you know yourself.
Right.
When you know yourself, you love yourself.
Right. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I didn't, because again, in the beginning of my marriage, I thought I was supposed to just be a husband. Like, so I lost myself. Like, the person that was the musician, I lost that. You feel me? Wow. The person that, because I felt like at that point, like, all that has passed away. It is now time for me to step up and be a husband. Whatever that looks like. Well, what it looked like in my head.
What it looked like in your head. Right. I'm about to say, well, where's the manual that you got? Because I ain't get it.
Yeah, there is none. And we'll talk about it. There's no manual. That we see a blueprint.
Yes.
Based off of what we was raised, or how we was raised, or what we seen when we were coming up. But again, my wife isn't my mother, and I'm not my father. So me looking at that is just trying to fit a round peg into a square hole.
Fact.
It's not going to work. And we get lost in that because, again, we're constantly trying to fit something that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
what conversations do you feel that need to be had, not only for oneself, but for your partner, for your potential mate? Like,
real conversations. Like it's so many real conversations that need to be had. When, like, one, credit. Not to be scared to have that conversation with her, like, yo, like, my credit ain't all that.
Yeah.
Or my credit is this. What about yours? The 5-year plan. that conversation is a real plan. Like, what do you see? Where do you see yourself within 5 years? Where do you see yourself within 10 years? And to be 100% honest now, I think it's more so, where do you see yourself within a year? Because now life is so short and we're getting older. We're not 20 anymore. We can't say 10 years from now I'll be 30. 10 years from now I'll be 52.
Well, you know what? We got to close the show because we're not even we're not even claiming that. We 40 forever. Peace.
but that's real though. Like,
but it's real. It's so
for
real.
me to say our 10-year plan from now is XYZ. No, we need to try to make stuff happen now. Now, granted, there are things that we need to do to plan for, and things that we should have done in the past to plan for it. And again, certain things don't kick off because you've never been exposed to certain things. It may happen later. Like, I was speaking with Mike Miller, and he was like, entrepreneurship is something that, you should do. And I was like, I never was exposed to entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I didn't know what it looked like. I knew what going to work 9 to 5 looked like. That's what my dad did every day. So to see him be an entrepreneur, it opened my eyes to something new at 40 years old. So it's not saying that I can't start nothing new, but again, that 5-year, 10-year plan at 40 is now need to be 2 to 5 years instead of 5 to 10 years. That's how I look at it.
I agree, especially with having a new dream at a quote unquote later stage in life, because like, things happen, like, just based off of how we were raised. Like you said, your dad was a 9 to 5 guy. My mom was a 9 to 5 woman. It was just like, go out, get a job, make sure you do . And I see the generation now that's coming up behind us, and they're like, they're go-getters. They're like starting their own businesses, and they're working to get themselves viral and all this other stuff. But unfortunately, we didn't have that kind of same technology.
We wasn't exposed to it.
We weren't exposed to it. The entrepreneurs that we knew, we only knew them as rich people. We didn't see the day-to-day hustlers. We didn't look at cleaners as being entrepreneurs because granddad didn't own the cleaners. You feel me? No one close to us owned anything that made you look at it and be like, I want to do that. Yeah.
And then, like I stated, like, Mike was the first person that that's close to me that really showed me entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And it opened my mind to like, it was very mind blowing. That's a whole different.
Yeah. I know. We go.
But again, it made you really look at life like, I'm sitting here 8 to 5, 9 to 5 every day, just to get a check, living check to check, like, and I can do this by
and making somebody else rich.
Making someone else rich. And again, it's not even about the money at one, it's about the freedom. The freedom. Which then opens up. It then opens up you being able to be available to your wife, being available to your spouse, your children. It puts all that in perspective. And to see, like, I see him doing that and making himself available.
Yeah, I think it's such a beautiful thing to be able to not only do something that you love, I mean, really love and be passionate about.
Yeah.
Get paid for doing said thing and still have the ability to be there for your family.
Yeah. I would rather have freedom than riches.
I agree. Would I have agreed with you 20 years ago? Absolutely not. But see, that's growth.
100%.
That's maturity. That's
First of all, 20 years ago, I've been like, yo, give me that 30 million.
give me that 30 grand. I'm like, what?
Give me that 30 million. Give me that 30 grand.
Give me that 30 grand.
Give me 3,000.
Listen, because this condo they gonna pay itself, my guy.
Yeah, but back to the initial question, real conversations. Like, you gotta have those type of conversations when it comes to everything.
Yeah.
Health. Where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
What your 401k look like?
What's your 401k?
How long you been at your job to even create a nice 401k? Are you a job jumper? Do you have a career? Those are questions that you ask.
Oh my God.
You feel me? Like, have you found yourself? Do you really know what yourself looks like? Granted, yes, we are constantly recreating ourselves, but there is some type of structure or foundation that's out there that you have created for yourself to make it structural. If you don't have that, I don't know what to tell you.
I hear you. So Didi says, have the conversation about what your fears are. Talk about those potential things that occur when it comes to sickness and in health. What's your threshold? I don't think people talk enough about their fears, and I am guilty of that.
Me too.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, because again, that's exposure. That's how we were brought up. It was like, keep all that to yourself.
Right.
You plug on, you push on, you do what you gotta do. The hell with everything else.
The life of being a black man.
The life of being a black man. And now the covering is taken off of that mindset.
Yeah.
And I love how now I'm seeing more and more black people, more and more black men who are getting into therapy, who are digging into the traumas of their past.
Yeah.
Like even use Mike again, man, how he gave his testimony in church not too long ago, man.
Yeah,
bro, almost had me.
But it also opened you up to like, hell, I can really talk about it and not feel embarrassed about it. One thing, and again, it goes back to like talking about fears. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, the whole scripture of God has not given us the spirit of fear. You still have fears. You still have anxiety. You still have the things that you question. My fears are real. Like, yes, you want to be able to handle them, but to have a partner that can help you navigate through it. Hey, babe, I need you to understand these are your fears. I understand that this is what's going on, but we need to be able to find a way to navigate through it and be okay, or find a way to navigate through it and manage it, because there's no guarantee that those fears will go away. But if you got a partner that's able to allow you to be yourself and open up to yourself and not hold it against you.
Yes.
Hold it against you. Then you'll be able to.
It's that weaponization that holds a lot of people back.
100%.
From opening up. And this is why you get these situationships. This is why you get the friends with benefits. This is how you get, cheating and all these other things. It's like you feel like you can't open yourself up to anyone, because what they're going to do, they're going to screenshot it, they're going to put you in a group chat, they're going to go on live and air your shit all out in the air. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So now everybody is like, icebox where their heart used to be. And it just makes it so much harder for those who want to be able to be vulnerable with someone.
Right. And
because you're always thinking, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was like, you're just always thinking like someone is going to, abuse that.
Yeah.
They're going to take advantage, and no one wants to be taken advantage of.
Yeah. So what happens is that I always looked at it like this. If you say you married your best friend, before I met my wife, I talked to my best friend about everything. Me and Rob, we talk about everything. Me and Brian, we talk about everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. And not once have I ever been judged by them.
Right.
Not once. And they check me on my BS. They check me on it, right?
That iron sharpening iron, boy.
Why not the person that you lay next to every day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, like talk to that person. Babe, listen, I feel away. Babe, I feel this type. I'm not feeling it. I can't sleep at night because I think X, Y, and Z is going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't get my thoughts around this. Yeah. Why I can't talk to her about it if I can talk to my guys about it? Yeah, granted, we can cut the shit with them, but again, the real conversation should be happening within your household with the person you lay next to determine how this day is how life is really going to how you really going to handle life within the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, the next decade.
Yeah. My God. I'm sorry. I had to let that simmer.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
I mean, because it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, people getting into these situations without knowing who they are. And it makes it so much harder that you can't talk to your spouse.
Yeah.
Like, why do you feel that way? Like, it's not even, like, I couldn't imagine. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. There was like I'm telling you, and I'm being vulnerable. 1 month into my marriage, I held something back. Something that I was fearful of. And I didn't know how to
tell her.
I didn't know how to tell her.
Yeah.
But she cornered me. She was like,
Gotta figure this out.
Where you at?
Yeah.
But you can't keep going on like you're going.
Yeah. We're not 20 anymore.
That part.
We gotta have conversations.
Yeah.
Like,
even if they're hard, even if they are gut-wrenching.
Like, let's really think about it. Say you hold on to it, right? Just say you hold on. You have held on to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Say you held on to that. Tomorrow's not promised. And you gotta think your wife probably felt the tension of you holding something back.
Oh, she did. She definitely did.
Like, I look at stuff now, it's completely different. Like people say, life be lifing, death be deathing too, man. And you gotta live your life every day to the fullest. There's no guarantee when your number is called. You don't know when your number is called. So you got, and it's unfortunate that I had to lose someone close to really see that. You feel me? But yeah, we are in a space now. Me and my wife are now in a space where conversations are being had.
Yeah.
Tears are being shedded.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
And not because I'm angry at her. It's because
there's a peace there.
Peace, and I know that someone's in my corner. And that didn't happen overnight. Like, there's been struggles, there's been ups and downs. the good, the bad, the ugly. There's been the, what the vows say, the better and the worse.
Let's talk about that part.
You feel me? The better and the worse, like the worst. So we look at you look at the worst, and then you be like, if I could get through the worst, better is here to come. Better is coming.
Here to come. I mean, because we're seeing a rash now of divorces.
Oh, that's the new trend.
It's bugging me, man. Like, hold on.
That's
like,
the new trend.
It's like, I want to go back outside. I want to go back out in these streets.
No. Listen,
No,
listen. I'm not going back.
I ain't never going back outside.
Yeah, I'm not going outside.
I'm on
and
the
if
porch.
I go outside, I'm going outside with my wife.
That's it. I'm on the porch.
I'm not even going on the porch.
I'm just watching.
I don't even want to watch.
Y'all have fun out there, man. Huh? You want? Here I come.
But yeah, man, like just being open and honest with your spouse will make the vulnerability easier.
Yeah.
Some people are so guarded of their heart, they don't know how to even be vulnerable. Their heart's been hurt so many times or stepped on so many times, it puts you in a place where, like, I don't even want to share my heart. I'm only in it because I'm bored. I don't really want to be with you. I just want to be with you.
That is a topic on top of a topic.
Yeah, man.
That's next to a topic for all new shows. Listen, because the abuse of vulnerability is running rampant.
That's why I'm not going outside.
Amen.
I'm not going outside. I'm staying in the house.
I'm in the house.
And figuratively and literally. Like, I was talking to the fellas last week. No, actually yesterday. I was talking with my guy Roman. He was like, yeah, I don't want to go nowhere. And it's just on the strength of it's one, it's not safe anymore.
It's not safe.
And then two, you have to really, like, it comes, you really have to put the full armor of God on.
Come on, talk about it, Red.
Really to be outside. And I'm speaking of, like I said, like, even in being in a relationship or being single, anything, it's just the fact of being outside, or however we want to use it, like, it's not comfortable out there anymore. The dating pool is horrible. From what I hear, I haven't been in that for a long time. The dating pool is horrible.
I mean, well, we still see it.
The prices of restaurants are out this world.
Listen,
one crab leg costs $44.
That's out of control. Out of control.
Crab cakes are smaller, but the price is bigger.
Oh my God, talking about market. What? I will go to the market. Thank you.
Listen, I'm not for it. Get out my face. True, Brian. Right. The dating pool is contaminated. And you unfortunately see it firsthand now.
Yeah.
You know?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Stay out of it.
Please, y'all. Like I told Brother Brian, like I told you, yo.
Take care of my niece and nephews, man.
That's it, bro.
Stay
like,
out of
that's
that.
it. Let me tell y'all something. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. If you feel in any sort of way that you just want to walk into my brother's life,
right,
you got a whole nother,
you got a village
coming.
You really have a village that you have to deal with.
Well, you're gonna be vetted, and then vetted again, and then vetted again.
Yeah.
Between the ladies and the fellas. Listen,
it's
slow your roll. Say what you want.
It's a true village that's surrounding Brian and them kids right now. You know, my heart goes out to them. Maya said, "I can't date." That's right,
Damn
Maya.
right.
Yeah. 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 I ain't even listening. I'm getting out of this chat. But nah.
Don't do it. We in it.
Brian has a strong village behind him, where he'll be able to be an amazing man, an amazing father, and build up whom he's supposed to be in this time. Period.
I agree.
Yeah.
So salute to my brother.
Love you, bro.
Love sister. Love you. Miss you.
Yeah.
I mean, but these are conversations that need to be had, because without it, we get sucked in by anything that looks shiny.
Yeah. And just on Brian's situation, that's a tough conversation to have now. Like with my wife, I now have to navigate that type of conversation.
Oh yeah.
Because again, we don't know.
Yeah. We don't know. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't.
I think this should be a recurring conversation that needs to be explored here on Dayton University. And also, you peep the segue. You peep it.
Nice.
I've become quite proficient in this. The conversation has to continue. And speaking of continuing, let's go ahead and get into the secondary reason why you are here on Dayton University.
Yeah. So coming in October, the mid-October, there will be a Husband's Lounge podcast. Back in 2017, I created a Facebook page indicating, hey, let's start this page called the Husband's Lounge. And I started the page. My wife was constantly on these different bride pages and wives pages and mom pages. And I'm like, there's nothing for husbands. It's nothing for us to talk about. It's no place where we can really like vent and be men and be husbands and piggyback and really figure out what this husband life looks like. That was back in 2007. I got married in 2017. I'm sorry. 2017, got married in 2018. And the lounge has grown. I think we're at like 3,300.
Yeah, just about that.
Yeah, 3,300. I think it's like 27 of them waiting to get in now. But
I got in, guys.
Yeah. Heck yeah. The Married Life podcast. Yeah, that's a whole nother. Y'all gotta get Brian on Dayton University to talk about that.
I'm ready for it. He is always listening.
Yeah.
Brian, you, and a whole other host of guest professors that we've had on the show have open door policy.
Yeah.
If you see us on and you like, I got something to say.
Yeah.
Say it in the chat.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a link and you're on the show. Like, that's just it.
Yeah. So thanks for interrupting me, Brian. I'll call you after this.
Ooh, you gonna get it?
I talked to Charles. It's crazy because full circle.
Yeah.
Back when I was on the podcast in 2020, right before the pandemic. It was right before the pandemic. It was in February, I think. And the highest viewed episode. We spoke on it. I was like, I got some things. We spoke on it after, and I was like, I got some things that I wanna get started on with a podcast. And you was like, man, listen, I'm there for it. I got you, whatever you need. It's like, cool. Full circle. About 6 months ago, I asked my brother that's on camera with me right now, Mr. Charles Pratt, Professor Charles, who I asked him, I said, hey man, listen, remember that podcast that I was talking about being a husband, the husband's lounge? Now that you're a husband and you had the platform with regards to your podcast and you know how this works, let's collab and, get this off the ground. My brother said, say less. And we're here now, man. So mid October, you'll start to hear our podcast across all platforms. It's going to be called the Husband's Lounge Podcast. This is just another, I don't want to say notch in my belt. It's another badge of honor that I can wear, saying that, hey, something that I've created and that I brought people that I know that can handle it and keep it going. There's more to come with it. Audio now, video, top of the year. It's gonna be a good thing, man. And I'm excited about it. It's pretty much, we're gonna talk about celebrating husbands, and navigating through the journey of the modern husband, what it looks like in the 21st century. We're gonna speak on books that we're reading up on. We're going to speak on books that we're reading up on. We're going to try to get authors on. We're going to get husbands on. I would love to have my brother on, Brian, when he's ready, with regards to being one of the only widowers that I know in our age bracket. To speak with him on how it is and how it was and things of that nature. Divorcees. We're going to touch a lot of topics with regards to being a husband and just that day-to-day life of being a husband. A lot of people just think it's easy, and it truly isn't. And I'm excited for it. It's something that we definitely need. I've been doing a lot of research, and there is no husbands podcast out there. You can go search it yourself. It is not out there. It is. So this will be the first one. It might be something similar to like relationships, but for husbands, and to speak on the day-to-day life of a husband and to navigate it through religion and through courtship and still trying to figure out how to date and things of that nature, date your wife during this time. Yeah, I'm excited for it, and we're gonna get through it. Me and my brother Charles, we're gonna make it happen.
Man, I'm telling you, the brain has been noodling. I mean, just simmering on this, man. I'm excited for you. Even though I've been here, with you, helping you birth it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for you because, like I said, this is a vision that you had, the vision that God gave you, and to see it actually come to fruition, man. It's something glorious to see. I'm honored to not only have helped you, but to help you through it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Help you growing it, help you producing and co-hosting with you, man. I'm excited because it's a space that is rarely looked upon. Like you said, there's so many other things that's dedicated to the wives and how to, how are women catered to and so forth like that. But it's more, it's something that is needed for us because we are in a sacred space, not only with our spouses, but we're in a sacred space with each other because we're in a different level. Yeah. And it's like, how many examples do we have to look up to? Yeah. So that means we got to be examples for each other. We have to be, our contemporaries have to be, helping us out.
Yeah, and it's real life, man. Like one thing that kills me is when I see couple goals. Like I want to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Sir, ma'am, have a seat. Because
Please.
you don't know what happens behind those closed doors. You
I'm
don't
trying
you
to
don't
tell you.
know like it's a lot of stuff that's going on behind those closed doors that you have no idea. And not saying that we want to put our business out there, but we're going to have those real conversations from the husband's perspective.
Right.
Women have an outlet to speak on everything with regards to their relationships and how they should feel and how should they express themselves. Men, husbands, fiancés, we don't have that.
Right.
We do not have that. And I think this is going to give us the opportunity to be able to express ourselves, or at least give some insight from two newly married guys. You know, yes, I'm 5 years in, but I'm still newly married. Like, but that doesn't stop me from not knowing what that day-to-day life looks like. And we're gonna have guests on. We're gonna have our brother Damon on. We're gonna have
Bro, listen.
that's been married
I
for
cannot
almost as
wait.
long as I've been living. No, Damon and Brandy been married for a minute.
Heck yeah.
And I know they've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, the better and the worst. Like, so those conversations are going to be had. And again, we're not in the business to try to put people's business out there. But we want to be able to be open and honest about situations that you've overcome, and now you're in a better space from it. And I just believe that we're going to be able to bring that to the table. I believe that it's going to take off. God got us with this, and sky's the limit for the most part. Sky's the limit. We're going to shoot for the stars, and hopefully we land on the moon.
Amen. There you go. Man, I love it. I really do. I appreciate everything about this.
Yeah.
You know, we're in such a God space with this. You know, it was already prophesied over and everything. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to tell y'all, like, it's
woo. Yeah. On both ends. That's the crazy part, because I told you recently about how Pastor told me in our marriage counseling, like, and now he told you, you know, recently. So
that silo was real, y'all.
It's something there, man. It's something there, something missing in the community that we can really like discuss and really get. Yes, you are the man, bro. It's something that we can discuss and we can, you know, really deep dive into it and really get some clarity on being a husband.
Yes, and I want to, you know, and you have clearly laid it out, but I want to make something even more a finer point on it, because once people start hearing, oh, here we go, another man podcast.
Yeah.
Listen, we are not Red Pill. We are not Manosphere.
Nope.
We're not on we're not on any of that.
We're not Fresh and Fit. And I like those guys.
Fresh and Fit ain't even Fresh and Fit no more.
I like those guys. I like the man's perspective, but it's not just. Listen, James Brown put it very, 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 very clear to us. This is a man's world, but we will be nothing without a woman or a girl. So with that being stated, like, yeah, like it's cool to have those ideologies that you have. However, we are coming from a perspective of husbands, not again, we're men first, men of God first. And then our next title, honestly, is a husband. So, you know, as Christ loved the church, we should love our wives. Like, so our goal is to show you, to provide you some type of insight with regards to you being a husband.
Yeah.
And to get perspective from other people that are husbands, divorcees, people that been divorced and now are getting married again. how did you find love again?
How did you find love again? Man, that is
again. That's a topic on Dating University too.
We gotta write that down. Man, you write that down. My producer ain't my producer over here. She doing.
Listen, I'm not. That sounds like domestic. That sounds very domestic right now. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I appreciate, the platform that you set up, man. And again, this platform alone has pushed me to even want to do it even more, that's it, man. Like, I just want to be able to push the narrative that husbands are, we are amazing, and our wives show it, but it goes unnoticed sometimes. And we want to be able to show you that we are great people, and that we are out here working. Blended families, that is a great tool.
Man, that gotta be show number one, because you and I both are.
I don't think y'all want me to talk about blended families right now. That's a whole nother situation.
It is what it is, but it's something that has to be talked about, because why? We're coming from a what now?
We're coming from a husband's perspective. The good,
the bad,
the ugly. Yeah. So yeah. I think that'd be an episode that we'll have the wives on for.
I got a story to tell.
You just got one? So, I get a story every year. But nevertheless, I'm excited about it, man. I want everyone to go and follow and like the Husbands Lounge podcast on Facebook. It is where all the information will be published with regards to the podcast. Yeah. So yes, go subscribe, go like, comment. The welcome messages up there. I took my time writing that.
I appreciate you, because you did that.
Thank you, sir.
I told you. I was like, that one is yours.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I thought about writing up something, but I was like,
Yeah, I appreciate that. No, man, you actually, you got me like in that space of like, it got to be something that both of us feel, and I believe that what I wrote is something that we captured within it. Yeah, I
mean, it was chef's kiss, bro. Like,
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to write it.
No problem. Because I'm gonna push you. I'm going to push you.
I appreciate it, man. I need that,
because I see your vision, and I don't want you to get bogged down in the minutia of it.
Yeah.
Because you can. Like, even me doing this show, like, I can get bogged down with the minutia of it. But it's planning, it's positioning, and it's pushing through.
Yeah. I'm not, one thing for certain, two things for sure, is that I'm not going to put myself in a space of the amount of views or the amount of people we've reached.
Bro, that's
this early part of it. I'm not even concerned about that, because I was listening to this one guy. He was talking about how to start a podcast, and he said, even if 50 people came and listened to you, it may not be a lot of people viewed it, or a lot of people that actually heard it, but let's get those 50 people in one building, and you'll feel overwhelmed, because again, talking in front of 50 people is pretty hard. So that's quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity. Yeah, that was something that I wish that was told to me in the beginning of doing content creation.
Okay.
And, I got caught up in, like, oh, I gotta say a viral thing, a little snippet that's gonna go off and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, No, I gotta be true to what's what, because even when we started dating university, we had the same 7 people every week. And
Yeah.
I was just like, shit, 7 people took an hour out of their time
Yeah. No, that's real. That's
to
real.
watch it.
That's real. And those 7 are still watching.
Alumni. You
You get
hear
what I'm
me?
saying? They've graduated. They probably like it's
Well, you don't
crazy.
never graduate from dating university. I'm sorry.
You know
But
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I was talking to my sister today, my sister Jonay. I don't know if she's watching or not, but she hit me, was like, bro, is there something you need to tell me? Because she saw dating university. Like,
mhm.
she thought like I was back in the dating game. I said,
Whoa.
sis, you need to answer your phone. I call you like once a week. You don't pick up. But nevertheless, I told her, I said, it's funny that the dating university, now the professors was once not dating each other, but they were once daters.
Yeah.
And now they're married, which they've now graduated from the dating side of their own podcast.
It's wild.
It's like marriage university now.
Everybody, oh my God, that was like the number one question after I got married.
Wow.
Is it gonna be, how y'all gonna be talking about dating if both of y'all married?
You still gotta date your spouse.
Still gotta just spoke.
Still gotta date your spouse.
It's still a whole human being.
Yeah. Like, just because I'm married doesn't mean that I can't speak on dating. Like,
right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
I see Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Not even that. It's just the fact that like you say, other people are want to get to this. They want to graduate. They want to get married.
Yes.
And why not still have that platform where they can come in and share their experiences via the chat, or come in and speak on speaking on their experiences in the dating pool. Because again, from my understanding, the dating pool, my wife said it had poop in it. She was told it had poop, not pee. So why not have those still have the outlet for people that are still single, that's still dating? And again, you have to still date your spouse. That comes from me saying, I forgot. That comes wait, what was I saying? Hold on.
Man,
that comes from me saying, yeah, I'm getting old, y'all. It's a great beard.
Don't stress not a bit of it. You hear me? Listen. We're gonna feel it. This is why we got this. This is partly exactly why we got background music, so we can just sit here and do this.
Yeah, I like it.
You feel me? Like,
I'm gonna figure out this new toy I got over here to figure out how to. I got clapping hands, and I got the beat button. So for like, if you wanna,
we're gonna find some royalty free music. I'm gonna reach out to my producer homeboy, but like, yo, I need another track. I got you.
Yeah, we need something. Yeah, even if we gotta come over there and lay something where we speaking over the track for our intro and stuff like that.
Sure.
We'll figure all that out, man. But yeah, coming soon, the Husband's Lounge podcast, where we'll speak on celebrating and navigating through the journeys of being a husband in the modern day century.
Yes, sir. My God, look, he already got the tagline and everything. Y'all see how my boy done, man. Listen, if you got an idea for a podcast,
listen,
you don't know where to start. You don't know where to. You want to know how to get into this life.
Yeah. Talk to Charles. I'm
going to walk you from the beginning all the way up to your first episode. I'm going to be right there with
you. Yeah. I was just more smart about it. I brought him on as a partner. Because again, I
can't go nowhere. I'm locked in.
His knowledge in dating, and he married my sister cousin, so like it just made sense with him being in a podcast already. with him, being able to speak intelligently on the dating side of it, it made sense. And again, with him having the podcast knowledge, it truly made sense. Look at Brian, yo. I tell you, yo.
Brian, yo. Brian, I love you. You understand me?
We gotta cut him a check.
I got it.
Yeah. Well, welcome to now that Charles has walked off.
Hold on. Bang.
Oh, now that Charles has walked off, I got kicked out of my closet because congratulations to me and my wife. Everyone knows now that my wife is expecting. She's due in January. And I got kicked out of my closet, so you see my suits hanging in the background. It's not completed yet. We're turning the closet into the baby room. He will be here sooner than we think. It's counting down very, 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 very quickly. So my closet is down here now. So it's a good backdrop, though, at least. That's all I got to say. Yeah, I can't wait for the new baby to get here either, Brandy. Thank you. Congratulations.
Hold on.
Everyone congratulations.
She's talking real reckless. Brandy talking real reckless, talking about my new baby.
Listen, this baby is like community property.
My new baby. I need you to understand this. This is my new baby.
Well, it was my closet, babe. It's now his room. It's his room now. It was once my closet. It's now his room. I'm sorry. Let me just clear that up. But yeah, he will be community property.
Yes, absolutely.
To the family.
If you don't see little man with the parents, he's somewhere with the aunts and uncles somewhere. One of the sets got him.
Right, one of the sets. Brian get first dibs.
You know what?
I ain't even mad at that.
You know what? I ain't even mad at that.
You gonna have to fight them grandmothers though first.
Yeah, no. Good luck,
but
bro.
Man, yeah, that alone is exciting in itself. Just the fact that it's my first child. Very, 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 very excited. Overwhelmed. It's a thing, man. Like, and he's kicking a lot now, and he can actually hear our voices now. So it's like I'm going by headphones so he can listen to some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. We'll definitely set this party off right. But yeah, he's growing, man, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it, and yeah, this podcast is all over the place right now.
It is. Okay. Listen, look at me. I'm one of the deans. I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, facts.
It does what it want to do. This show does what it wants to do.
Man. Again, I appreciate you having me on tonight.
Yes,
to speak on everything that we spoke on today, man. Continue to have real conversations, critical conversations, tough conversations. Push through any traumas or any issues that you may have with your spouse. And constantly love on your spouse, because you never know when that day may end. And yeah, man, I love y'all with the love of Christ, as Bishop always says. And that's it, man. I don't have nothing else to say.
Man, I ain't got nothing either, man. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, share.
That's
we love
it.
y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Professor Brittany and I will be back again next week. Again, like we said, first Thursdays of the month, Brittany is out. So if you if you want to be a guest on Dayton University, all you gotta do is send us an inbox on the page. Y'all know better. And yeah, come with a topic, and I got you. And we're on. Easy peasy. Brandy, I'm going to reach out to you soon. I have 2 other ladies who are ready to have that conversation that you and I were having. So yes, I'm excited to have them on. It's going to be a really fantastic show. So I'm fleshing it out now, and I will get back to you very, 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 very soon.
Also, Brandy, I need to get back with you as well so I can do your headshots. I apologize.
Please,
They did not
because
come
I
out
need
right.
I need my sister out here getting it. Because
Yeah. We did some, but they just didn't turn. Like, it was a shadow that I could not edit out, so we got to redo them.
Yeah. Because she said, my sister said she tired of these boxy. But anyway, we're gonna digress. Anyway, we love y'all so much. Thank y'all. Have a great night. Enjoy y'all week. Be safe.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all joining.